Well, hello. Good afternoon. Leigh and I wanted to take this opportunity to speak directly to the supporters of Walsall Football Club with a few updates. And I'll open by just acknowledging that this is a difficult time for the football club. It is, of course it is. Between the recent results, the current points tally, and an ongoing goal drought, it's a difficult moment, and I know there's a lot of frustration amongst the supporter base, and to be quite frank, I share that frustration myself. And so just the truth is the results have to be better. We know that. We're here at the training ground. Everybody here knows that. And we're working very hard to ensure that those results turn around in multiple ways. So one thing that I'll just say high level is, looking over the past several decades, I think the football club has been at its best and has had its best moments during periods of stability, when there's stability of starting 11, stability of manager, and just stability of culture. And those are the things we want to fight for even when times are hard. We want to fight for stability, we want to fight for a positive culture, and band together and really get through a difficult moment together. That said, the immediate results are of utmost importance. And so to that end, the team is working extremely hard here at the training ground to find that spark. And additionally, we at Trevella are preparing to step up to invest capital into the football club to strengthen in January in a meaningful way. And so we're looking at it really through those two lenses: is how do we build this football club long term, because that's what we're doing. This is a building project, but also taking the right steps to ensure that the immediate results improve, because they need to. And so, as I said, difficult moment, and I believe we will all get through it together.
Yes, and I think, can I add my own personal frustrations? Those that have known me long enough will know that nothing hurts me more than a poor set of results from Walsall Football Club, and recently it's been disappointing, but I wanted to just focus a little bit more on the broader aspects of the football club and what's been achieved. 18 months ago, when Ben and I reached an agreement for Trevella to buy the football club, that was a very, very big moment in the football club. And I remind everybody the reason I did that is that I felt Trevella could take this football club somewhere I could never do on my own. That was true then, and it is true today. And off-field progress has been remarkably good. And let me remind you, if I may, that we reached an agreement about a year ago now to buy reunite the football club with its stadium. That was absolutely critical to this football club in terms of its future, and it was achieved way ahead of time. Ben and I agreed a time scale of 2 years to do that. Trevella did in 7 months. We also agreed a refurbishment of the supporter club, which we have done, and in the near future that will be open for the benefit of all of our supporters. So we're looking forward to that in the next coming weeks. The stadium itself has gone through a lot of refurbishment. The infrastructure of the club has improved significantly over the last 18 months. And we've invested in the management team too. And I don't mean the management team of the football club, the football team so much, but across the whole of the football club, the management team has been changed and improved significantly over the last 18 months. And finally, I do want to make the point that the player budget, which I know is always a hot subject with supporters, I'll say this much: the player budget is significantly better under the current arrangements with Trevella than it could have ever been with me as the sole owner of the football club. That's just a simple fact. My final point is that this is a very long-term relationship with Trevella. This is a generational change that we've made, and we're 18 months into it. So we're very, very young. It's in the infancy of the relationship between Walsall Football Club's ownership by Trevella. So we're going to have to show some patience. I certainly will, and hope you do too.
And I'll just finish by saying, just reiterating, yes, it's a difficult moment, and we will get through it together. I firmly believe that. And just know, as I've promised in the past, that every email that's sent to the club's SLO email is read by a member of the Trevella team. And I know about them, and nothing, if those frustrations are being expressed, at no point are they falling on deaf ears. And from those communications, there's a few concerns that I think are out there that I'd like to specifically address. One is the idea that Trevella or myself have become disengaged from the football club. And the reality is it's just not true. I'm heavily engaged in Walsall Football Club. This is my primary focus of time. Obviously a little bit different. I do live in the United States, but between trips over here and multiple per day video and voice calls, heavily engaged in the football club. Multiple people from our team watch every minute of every game. We are highly engaged in the ups and downs of the football club. And I'll go a step farther than that to say that if this club does not succeed from a football standpoint, or if the club were to lose its EFL status, that would be extremely damaging for me personally, financially, and reputationally. So the truth is, we are all aligned, we all want the same thing, and we're all working very hard together to put the ship right. The other thing that's related to that I'll share is I think there's a concern that since Trevella has elected to move forward with an investment in Drogheda United Football Club in the League of Ireland, which is a great football club, that we have, in a sense, moved on from Walsall or something like this. And again, the reality is that that just isn't true. So again, I'm the managing director of Trevella, and I'm heavily engaged on a day-to-day basis here at Walsall. My colleague Wes Hill, in a similar way, is heavily engaged day-to-day at Drogheda and is doing a great job implementing our company's investment there. But the reality is, just from a capacity standpoint, that investment hasn't taken anything away from Walsall Football Club. On the contrary, over the long run, it will be very beneficial to Walsall Football Club in multiple ways. So we will see young Walsall players have the opportunity to go there on loan and add value to that club and develop. We will also see over time players from that club come and participate in our first team here as the next stage of their development. And as a brief aside, I think we have a great example of that right now. Freddie Draper was very successful in his loan spell at Drogheda, and because we were actively engaged with them at that time, we knew what he was all about, knew that he was a great player, knew that he could be an impactful player here. And so when we heard that Lincoln was looking to do a League Two loan for him, we went hard after that opportunity. And frankly, that wouldn't have happened if we hadn't had that knowledge from our involvement at Drogheda. So that's just one early example of an impact player here that's come out of that sort of sister club relationship. That said, I'm fully aware that the long-term benefits of something like that, or even the off-field progress that Leigh has shared, which are all real, but those things are really difficult to even think about or wrap our heads around. We're just in the moment of having a tough run of results, and I get that, and I feel the exact same way. I feel the same frustration. So what I would just say is, again, we're working extremely hard to move things forward. Again, Trevella is looking at investment in January to strengthen. And I'll just close by saying, genuinely, thank you to our supporters for sticking with us right now. Support numbers at home and on the road have been very good, and thank you. And the last thing is really just a request. The truth is the football club needs its supporters right now. I don't mean financially. Again, Trevella is going to invest capital to strengthen in January, but I really mean at the matches, being behind the team. I understand I understand there are frustrations right now. There are decisions that I will make that you will not agree with. There are decisions our manager will make that you will not agree with. And during a game, there are probably decisions players make that you will not agree with. And I understand that. At the same time, I'm asking you to bear in mind that we all want the same thing. We're all in this together, and that is the way we will get through a difficult moment like this, is all together. So once again, thank you for your outstanding support, and I'm looking forward to getting behind the team with you at Notts County tomorrow.